This week, I sued the U.S. Department of Justice, and I further filed an additional FOIA request to understand what President Biden told Jack Smith, what Merrick Garland told Jack Smith, because we want the truth. Today, I'm in front of the courthouse in Washington, D.C., where the 45th President of the United States, my competitor in this race, will be arraigned later today. But I think that the symbolic moment of today is something far deeper than just this case. We live in an era of the noble lie, the so-called lie that the government tells to its people because it believes the people can't handle the truth. Why is it that we see the rise of 3 different indictments, 3 supposedly independent prosecutions at the same time in the midst of a presidential election? It's because the government does not trust the people to select their leaders. This is the old worldview rearing its ugly head again. We fought a revolution in this country in 1776 for a simple idea, that we the people determine how we select our leaders and have a government that is accountable to its people rather than the other way around.
What's going on, everyone? It's Talks with Kenny here today, and thank you guys for your understanding. I have been uploading consistently, but I'm back. I'm giving you guys my kind of reaction to the 3rd failed indictment of Donald Trump. Yes, I know, another one. So I wanted to give some shout outs to Vivek Ramaswamy for putting out that adequate video. I love that video, right? And you guys, that's the video from the intro you guys just saw. You want to check him out, check out Vivek. He's my ideal candidate. I'm rooting for the guy. I hope he wins. At least finish number 2. That's to me, that's the more likely scenario, because I think he's honest when he comes out, and it's like he's not even thinking politically. He's just like, yo, no, this is not right. He's standing on principle. I actually believe he's standing for something, because at the end of the day, someone who don't stand for anything who doesn't stand for something falls for anything, right? And this is what's going on with the liberal elites, these Democratic voters. They want Trump to be guilty so bad that they ignore facts and reality. This is a flawed legal theory, and this is according to Vivek Ramaswamy. Actually, let me not butcher what he's saying. Let him speak for himself. Let's take a look.
Apparently, the government is criminalizing political speech now, but only in one direction. And they're arresting political opponents, but only on one side. And that about sums it up.
I think it does, and I think this sets a dangerous and disastrous precedent, Trace, in a way that goes far beyond just Republican versus Democrat tug of war. If one side can do it today, the other side can do it tomorrow. But we do not want to become a country where the party in power uses police force and the legal system to indict its political opponents in the middle of an election. My basic rule of thumb is pretty simple. If you're going to indict a political opponent in the midst of an election, it better darn well not be based on a novel, untested legal theory. Yet that's exactly been the case in all 3 of the indictments now, which reveals what's going on. This is not about the rule of law. It's about the abandonment of the rule of law to accomplish a political objective.
Only a Democrat could sit here with a straight face and tell me that this is not political. Only a Democrat can say that. If you look at the polls, independents think it's political. Republicans damn sure think this is political. Only Democrats don't think this is political. So the people who has the biggest conflict of interest are the only people that think this is not political, right? And it goes back to the first clip that I brought up in the intro, that the government doesn't trust its citizens, but expect its citizens to trust the government. No, it's a two-way street, bro. If you want to know one thing about me, I believe in the two-way street. Whatever energy you giving me, you better have the same energy for another person. If you want to sit here and say, Kenny, you're a grifter, because you're a black man that happens to like conservative ideals, okay, I better expect that same energy when a liberal black man is up here speaking about the Democratic talking points. I expect the same energy. Oh, wait, what? You only treat black conservatives with suspicion, but you're not skeptical of black liberals, as if just because you're a liberal, apparently it makes you more credible. Get out of here. Liberals are some of the most biased people I ever met in my life. Ever. They can't be upfront and honest with anything they talk about. And that's probably one of the reasons I'm conservative today. All my life, I've been talking to liberals. All my life, I've been telling them, asking them questions, and they always seem to. It's always convenient. I said, "Damn!" Every single time I ask this guy, they're always the good guy. But then you look at Joe Biden, how he's using the DOJ, right? How Jack Smith is out here indicting Donald Trump on some dangerous BS. I'm not going to read the article. This is an article for Ben Shapiro, and you probably won't have access to it because you're not a Daily Wire member, but I am. I just want to focus on the 3 points that Ben talks about here. He has set up 3 massive landmines for the country, this is why a lot of people are speaking out against this indictment and why it is one of the most flawed ones. The massive expansion of law enforcement power into the traditionally protected areas of free speech. You're allowed to say something that is untrue. That is your right as an American citizen. Just like it's my right to say what I believe on the internet, it's Donald Trump's right to say what he says on the internet as well. And just because you don't like it, just because you don't agree with it, doesn't mean he should be indicted for that. Imagine that. Imagine you, private citizen, you decide, hey, I want to get some legal counsel and see if I can get my ballots recounted in Georgia. Hey, I just want to get legal theory and say, hey, is there a way I can challenge this result? Because I believe Trump, this is Trump now. Remember, egotistical Trump. The liberals love painting Donald Trump as an egotistical maniac. But on this occasion, he knowingly lied about the election. Okay, if someone knowingly thinks something's untrue, would you actually go and seek legal help to determine or to challenge the results of the election of these people? Every candidate in history did it in a close race. But for some reason, when Donald Trump do it, we're supposed to assume bad intentions behind it. We suck at judging intentions. We're only good at judging actions. And the actions line up that Trump really believed that the election was stolen from him, right? The obvious politicization of our justice system resulting in extraordinary further political polarization, which it has. I can admit this because, I'm real here. I ain't fake. I'm real. I'm getting a bias now. I'm becoming biased for Trump now because every single time I hear an indictment, not 1, 2, 3, 4 indictment, I don't care. It's going to keep going. I'm automatically going to assume this is politicized. They have no evidence. They're just doing this to throw away attention from Joe Biden because every time Joe Biden gets some bad news back, it's like the mainstream media calls the government and say, hey, look, we're biased as hell. Look here. Journalists is some of the most liberal profession in America. We don't want to talk about Joe Biden. Give us something else to talk about. DOJ said, I got you, bro. Indict Donald Trump. Every time. Look it up. Look it up. Every single time negative news come out for Joe Biden, and Donald Trump's indictment follow a day after. Just look it up. Just look it up. You think I'm lying? Look it up. Here's the third count. And this will, I'll go into further into the video. The potential final politicization of the Supreme Court as his stretch charges wane, that they're way towards being overturned at the top level of American judiciary system. So if they keep this up and eventually they get a charge, right? Trump's just going to appeal this, right? And then eventually it goes to the Supreme Court. And then what happens? It's the same. It's the problem that Vivek outlined in the first 2 clips that I showed in the video. This is just going to be a weapon, right? Republicans say, you do it, I do it too. Everyone knows if you hit first, if the other person decides to hit back, it's in their right. So when Republicans come out and they're going to impeach, when they want to go and impeach Biden, Democrats can't say nothing because y'all started it first. It always happens. Democrats always started it first. They destroyed the filibuster so that way simple majority puts someone in the Supreme Court. Then when Donald Trump decides to put 3 Supreme Court justices in, the Democrats want to throw their hands out. But I'm like, you the first one to start this in 2008 with Barack Obama. I might get the dates wrong, but I know Obama did it. Obama was the first one to do it. We don't need 60 votes to verify a Supreme Court justice because they had simple majority. So they changed the rules to fit their needs at the time, right? That's my problem with Democrats. They don't have no long-term thinking. All they want to do is satisfy for the moment. Hey, we got the majority right now, and we want to put our guy. Let's destroy the filibuster so that way nominating a Supreme Court justice is passed by simple majority, because they always think they're never going to lose power. That's how arrogant the Democratic Party is. But I digress, right? So Biden administration wants to pressure Facebook to suppress Daily Wire content and I guess alternative media. You can use this as a placeholder. This is alternative media. And he wants to push legacy outlets. Why would a Democrat want to push legacy outlet? Because legacy outlets are favorable to Joe Biden, right? That's just the facts, right? I can put it up again if y'all want. Journalists have a media has a liberal bias. Most journalists have a liberal bias. Most journalists are Democrats, right? Out of all the holding companies that have all the media, all of them are run by left-wing organizations, left-wing holding companies. Do your research, you'll find it. You'll come to the same conclusion as I do. And if you don't, I'm wrong here. Show me the facts. Hey, I'll change my opinion. But based on the research I've done, most media outlets are liberal, and they outnumber the conservative ones. So when people say, "Oh, look at all these sources saying this thing," oh, all those sources are from your side of the aisle. Like what? I only got one Fox News. That's the only mainstream conservative news outlet you know, and they shame you for that. Oh, you got that from Fox News? And all I have to say is it true or not, sir? It doesn't matter who's came out. I don't care if a black man say the Trump indictments are political, or a white man say the Trump indictments are political. But because it's coming from a black man, I'm supposed to disprove. Oh, that's not true. Is that your argument, liberal? That's what I'm saying. Democrats, y'all. Hey, I got a lot of things to say against y'all, bro. Because this is annoying now. I feel like this is a waste of time, and it is. For something so obvious, so blatant. Most of the country see it already. This is why every time Trump gets indicted, his poll numbers go up. His donations go up. Right now in the polls, Joe Biden and Donald Trump are tied. Statistically, they're within the margin of error of each other. After 3 indictments, your guy in the White House, Democrat, is at the same favorability as a guy that's been indicted 3 times. But y'all think it's working. Y'all don't think it's political. Look, I can't judge intentions, but I can damn sure judge the result. And the results are in. Everyone knows, most of Americans know this is political. So stop it. Get some help. Please. Please. But I digress. Let's get into the Joe Biden part of this segment. Intimidated. Biden brand helped Ukraine company survive. Hunter's ex-associate says. This is Archie Manning, and he's talking about the Biden brand. As he told, this is when he was telling lawmakers. And here's a clip from where they try to tie something. Because look, I'm just gonna run through this real quick. Okay, so bear with me. Trump pleads not guilty for the 2020 election charges during the DC arrangement. We knew that was gonna happen, right? This is gonna happen. No matter how many times, look, Democrats, no matter how many indictments happen, this is what's gonna happen. This is gonna be the result. Because y'all got nothing. Just admit it, y'all being political about it. But y'all know y'all can't do that. That's suicide. So, politicians are gonna politician. They're not gonna admit when they're wrong. Right? So here's Archie Manning saying that Joe Biden was used as defensive leverage for his foreign business partner. Transcript says this is from the committee hearing that he just did. The coerced Burisma CEO to pay them millions to help them get the Ukraine prosecutor fired, which seems to line up to what Joe Biden said here. Let's take a look.
I remember going over convincing our team, or others too, convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid.
Yeah, imagine that. He threatened to hold out money if they didn't fire the prosecutor. He already had an arrangement pre-made with the Ukraine government to get the prosecutor fired for the government, right? And this is what Democrats say. Oh, there's no evidence. See, you liberals must think people are stupid, bro. I'm getting that thing. I'm black, but I'm not stupid. Hey, look, this deserves an investigation. It lines up. It lines up with what the guy said. The guy said, hey, there's allegedly, hey, you coerced the Burisma CEO, which, we need to get the prosecutor fired because my son's part of your company. There's too many happenstance to not look into it. To me, it warrants I ain't even saying he's doing it. It warrants a further investigation. Biden gives Chinese son of Chinese business partner a college recommendation. A little, not circumstantial evidence, sure, but this doesn't deserve further investigation. I'm just asking questions, right? I'm trying to be as apolitical as possible about this stuff, right? But there's no evidence, zero evidence. There's no way a rational person can come to a conclusion that Biden might be involved. It just so happens that Biden wanted to go against this specific prosecutor. See, when you're part of the establishment, they give you the benefit of the doubt. When you're not part of the establishment, they give you no benefit of the doubt, aka Biden versus Trump. Trump, not anti-establishment, not part of the club, right? It's a big club and you're not in it, Donald Trump. So we're going to assume the worst out of you. When you make a phone call, we think you're trying to form an insurrection. When Biden makes a phone call, he talks to the business associates with Hunter Biden's businesses. Oh, no, he's just saying the weather. He's talking about the weather. He's talking about the kids. He's just having a friendly conversation. What? Presidents can't talk to their son's business associates anymore? They play this dumb game. Plausible deniability. That's the politician's lifeline. As long as this possibly could be something else, I'm innocent. Because they leave it up to liberal mainstream media, which is majority of media right now anyway, to run favorable cover for him. And the ignorant voter, the uninformed voter, the memory hold voter is not going to remember all this stuff. That's why it's up to people like us to have a long memory and help our fellow statesmen. This is what it means to love your country. Hey, I'm going to keep reminding my people, hey, remember this? Remember that? Remember this? And just to bolster my point, here's further proof. This is from the Tucker Carlson interview where there's strong indications. I'm not going to say this evidence. There's strong indications that Biden could have known what's going on, and that I'm just trying to put up a case where further investigation is needed into Biden, not Hunter Biden, because we already got 3 failed indictments from Trump. Let's give Republicans 3 shots at Biden and see if we're going to find something to hit. That's all I'm asking. But hey, let's take a look at the Tucker Carlson interview. I'm pretty sure you guys seen it. And then I'll wrap up this video. Let's take a look.
But we found this letter, kind of amazing. It's from January 20th, 2011, which I think puts you in your late 30s, mid to late 30s. Right. Okay, so you're a younger man. This is from the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden, to you personally, and it's personalized here at the bottom. Devin Archer, Rosemont Seneca Partners, that was your partnership with Hunter Biden in Georgetown. Dear Devin, I apologize for not getting a chance to talk to you at the luncheon yesterday. I was having trouble getting away from hosting President Hu Jintang, who was running China at that point. I hope I get a chance to see you again soon with Hunter. I hope you enjoyed lunch. Thanks for coming. Sincerely, Joseph R. Biden Jr. P.S. Handwritten, happy you guys are together. So there are many levels here. But here's the Vice President of the United States saying to you, a man in his mid-30s, who's not a government official, I'm sorry I was occupied with the guy who runs the world's largest country. I would much rather talk to you and thank you. What was he thanking you for?
Well, first of all, it's a lovely letter, and it was...
It's quite enthusiastic. It's a little weird, though, right?
Yeah, well, it was kind of the beginning of our partnership, and he was thanking me and thanking Hunter, I think, at the end of the day, for bringing this idea of this government regulatory strategic advisory business into the private equity world.
Look, I know people who are pro Joe Biden, they're going to come here and say, Kenny, well, that don't prove anything. It just knows he just sent a nice letter. Okay, my question is, why would he be happy that he's with Hunter? Right? If I make the assumption that he's in on the business and he say, yo, this is gonna make us a lot of money, it's gonna make the Biden family a lot of money, wouldn't that explain the letter? Wouldn't that make it, he wanted to talk to this guy rather than the president of China at the time? Wouldn't that make more sense? Monetary value. Oh my God, he's gonna make us a lot of money. I can't wait to meet. I'm sorry I missed you, man. I'm gonna write you a letter, man. I gotta write this guy a letter because this man's business mind is impeccable. That would kind of explain the letter, right? So how would you explain that letter? It's just you write that letter like that's not a gift card. It's a personally hand typed letter, personally signed. Oh, I'm sorry I missed you, man. But you want to sit here and expect me not to ask questions like that? Because at the end of the day, if your only defense is plausible deniability, well, there's only one way to prove who's more right about it. Me versus you on the, pro Joe Biden person, even though y'all only represent 43% of the Democratic Party, because, most of the Democratic Party want a different candidate. But hey, you can keep voting for Joe Biden. My question is, wouldn't an investigation remove all doubt of that? Right? Wouldn't that hurt Joe Biden's electability if this cloud of doubt can still be used by right-wing pundits like me and the Republican Party? Wouldn't you want to eliminate all doubt? Ask for an investigation. That's what I would do. If I was purely innocent, I knew I didn't do nothing, I'll be the one asking for the investigation. Hey, investigate me. Because right now, you can't let Trump being like, hey, I'm the most investigated politician in history, and they still can't get nothing on me. And that's not from a lack of trying. You can't have Trump run around saying that, because he's already fundraising off of y'all failed indictments. But y'all don't learn. It's like, how many times they got to teach you this lesson? But hey, yo, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I've been holding this in all week. I've been letting it play out, see what's been going on. And at this point, I'm tired now. I'm just like, yo, look, any indictment that comes after Trump, he's innocent. They're just using this as a political game. They're using this as a distraction from Biden's failings, right? And that's all I'm gonna see the Trump indictments. And by the way, Democrat that might be mad about what I'm saying here, I'm an independent. I'm a right-leaning independent. So you can make all the noise you want, Democrat. But of course, you would think it's nothing, but I think it's something. But, I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree, disagree? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I really do appreciate you guys for watching to the end of the video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.